I welcome you all to my 30th lecture on digital signal processing, that is UEC 502 for electronics and communication engineering students and electronics and computer engineering students. Today I am going to discuss the topic of interpolation by a factor of I in the field of multi-rate signal processing, that is upsampling. In the previous lecture, I discussed downsampling, that is decimation by a factor of D. So here today we will discuss interpolation. An increase in sampling rate by an integer factor I can be accomplished by interpolating I minus 1 new samples between successive values of the signal. That is, if I want to increase the sampling rate, I will have to interpolate I minus 1 new samples between the successive values of input signal. We shall discuss the interpolation process that preserves the spectral shape of the signal sequence xn, that is input sequence. Here the sampling rate of xn, that is input sequence, is capital Fx. And we want to convert the sampling rate from fx to fy. That is such that fy is equal to ifx. That is by upsampling. Let Vm denote a sequence with rate fy is equal to ifx, which is obtained by adding I minus 1 zeros between successive values of xn. It follows that Vm is equal to x m by I for m0 plus minus I plus minus 2I and 0 otherwise. Now it is clear that we have added I minus 1 zeros between successive values of xn. That is why Vm is equal to x bracket m by I for m0 plus minus I plus minus 2I, 0 otherwise. Now I can show you graphically on next slide about this. But before that, we will take its Z transform. The Z transform of sequence Vm results in capital Vz is equal to summation m running from minus infinity to infinity Vm Z raised from minus m is equal to summation m running from minus infinity to infinity x m by I Z raised from minus m. Now we substitute m by I is equal to r, and that leads to summation r running from minus infinity to infinity xr Z raised from minus ri. Further simplification leads to Vz is equal to summation r running from minus infinity to infinity xr bracket Z raised to power I, and in the exponent we have minus r, and this is x Z raised to power I. So there is a scaling of frequency. Mark it as equation B. So capital Vz is equal to capital X Z raised to power I. The spectrum corresponding to Vm is obtained by evaluating equation B, that is this, on the unit circle, that is capital V small omega y, that is small omega y is discrete time angular frequency. So capital V omega y is equal to Vz evaluated at unit circle, that is Vz evaluated with Z is equal to e raised to power j omega y with r is equal to 1, and that leads to capital V omega y is equal to capital X omega y I. Mark it as equation C. Now what is happening here? Now look at this graph. Now these non-zero sample values belongs to the sequence xn, and the interval between time interval between these two non-zero or successive non-zero values of xn is tx. Now what we will do, we insert I minus 1 zeros in between the successive input values of xn, and now there are new sampling points. The time interval between the two successive samples is tx, but here time interval between two successive new sampling points will be ty as shown, and such that ty is equal to tx by I, and that forms the new sequence with new sampling points. Here on these new sampling points, the values of sample is 0 because we have inserted zeros, I minus zeros in between the successive samples of xn, and that forms a VM. And we have increased the rate from the sample rate corresponding to tx is fx, and the sample rate corresponding to ty is fy, and fy is equal to ifx. It is clear from this graph. The sample rate of VM is identical to the rate of output sequence ym, and that can be explained on the basis of this block diagram that is used for interpolating by a factor of I. The input sequence xn has sampling rate fx, and it is fed to an upsampler which upsamples the signal by a factor I. Here the arrow sign in the upward direction shows upsampling, and the output of this upsampler is VM, and the rate as discussed here, rate of VM is fy. The rate of VM is fy. Now this VM is processed through a low pass filter with impulse response HIM, and the output of low pass filter is YM, and the rate of the output is FY, sample rate. So the sample rate of VM is equal to the sample rate of YM because low pass filter is not going to scale the frequency. The purpose of the low pass filter is to remove the images of x omega above magnitude omega y is equal to pi by I in the frequency domain. So it is clear that capital Fy is equal to capital I Fx and Ty is equal to Tx by I. So upsampling has taken place, that is output sampling rate is I times the input sampling rate. That is required, or that was the goal. Now omega y is equal to 2 pi f small fy. Here small fy is the relative frequency or the normalized frequency, where small fy is equal to capital F and divided by capital Fy. So small omega y is equal to 2 pi capital F Ty. Similarly, small omega x is equal to 2 pi Fx is equal to 2 pi capital F by Fx equal to 2 pi capital F Tx. Mark it as equation E. Now we have two equations, capital D and capital E, for omega y and omega x. Now omega y from D and E, it can be shown that omega y is equal to omega x by I. Mark it as equation F. And based on the time interval as shown in this graph also, and based on these formulas, it is clear that capital Fy is equal to I Fx. That is output sampling rate is equal to I times the input sampling rate. Now we will analyze the spectra of the signals. Let x omega x small omega x is the DTFT of input sequence xn, and we plot this magnitude response of capital X omega x here, that is in between minus pi to pi, that is non-zero between minus pi to pi. We have plotted magnitude response for capital X omega x, and capital V omega y is the DTFT of VM. Now I am assuming capital I is equal to 2 here, and we will have a look at what is, so capital V omega y is equal to capital X omega y I, and we have assumed I is equal to 2. Consequently, this is the plot for magnitude response, magnitude V omega y for I is equal to 2. Now, if we observe that capital V omega y is having unique pattern from minus pi by I to plus pi by I, and afterwards there is repetition of there is a periodic repetition of input signal spectrum x omega x. So this non-zero spectral component, so these non-zero spectral components in the range minus pi I to plus pi by I are required, and these periodic repetitions are called images, which are not required. I can be 2, 3, 4, but here we have shown it for I is equal to 2. So this shows the periodic repetition, and the desired spectrum is this from minus pi by I to plus pi by I, here from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. And these are images. We observe that the sampling rate increase obtained by addition of I minus 1 zero samples between successive values of xn leads to a signal whose spectrum V omega y is an I-fold periodic repetition of input signal spectrum capital X omega x. So V omega y is an I-fold periodic repetition of the input signal spectrum capital X omega x. We observe that only this portion, that is omega y in the range minus pi I to plus pi by I, is required, and rest is not required. We observe that the frequency components of xn in the range magnitude omega y in the range 0 to pi by I are unique. Therefore, the images of capital X omega above magnitude omega y is equal to pi by I must be rejected by passing the sequence Vm through the low pass filter with frequency response Hi omega y with falling characteristics. So these are the features of the low pass filter used to remove the images or replicas of x omega above magnitude omega y is equal to pi by I. So Hi omega y is equal to C in the range when magnitude omega y lying in the range 0 to pi by I and 0 otherwise, mark it as equation G. Here capital C is the scale factor required to properly normalize the output sequence Ym. Consequently, the spectrum of output is y omega y is equal to V omega y into Hi omega y, that is using the concepts of signals and systems. Now we look at the block diagram. Here Vm is passed through the low pass filter, which is an LTI system, and Ym is the output. So we know that Ym is equal to the linear convolution between the sequence Vm and Him, and in frequency domain, the spectrum of Vm, that is V e raised to j omega, is going to be multiplied by H e raised to j omega to give Y e raised to j omega. So same thing we are writing that Y omega y is equal to V omega y into H, Y omega y is equal to V omega y into Hi omega y. Now we know that in the range when magnitude omega y is lying between 0 to pi by I, from this Hi omega y is C. So substitute C based on G. Now we look at C. What is C? C states that capital V omega y is equal to capital X omega y I. So we will substitute it there. So capital Y omega y is equal to C capital X omega y I in the range when magnitude omega y is lying between 0 to pi by I. So we can write that capital Y omega y is equal to C capital X omega y I when magnitude omega y is lying between 0 to pi by I due to the action of low pass filter and 0 otherwise. Mark it as equation J. Now, what is the scale factor C? The scale factor capital C is selected so that the output Ym is equal to Xm by I. The scale factor C is selected so that the output Ym is equal to x bracket m by I for m is equal to 0 plus minus I plus minus 2i. It is apparent that Ym is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration minus pi to plus pi y omega y e raised to j omega y m d omega y, mark it as equation key k, that is equation for I dt ft. Now at m is equal to 0, that is we are going to evaluate ym at m is equal to 0, that will give me y0 is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus pi to pi y omega y d omega y, and that is equal to 1 by 2 pi integration from minus pi by I to plus pi by I c capital X omega y I d omega y from equation j. This is equation j in the range when magnitude omega y is lying in the range 0 to pi by I. This is due to the action of low pass filter, that is anti-imaging filter. Subsequently, we know that omega y is equal to omega x by I. We have proved that omega y is equal to omega x by I. So this is equation F. We will use that. From equation X, this equation reduces to, that is y0 is equal to c by 2 pi integration minus pi to pi capital X omega x d omega x by I. Now I can write that y0 is equal to capital Ci 1 by 2 pi integration minus pi to pi capital X omega x d omega x. Now what is this? 1 by 2 pi integration minus pi to pi x omega x d omega x is equal to x0. So y0 is equal to c by I x0. Mark it as equation L. Hence, we choose c is equal to I. That is, c is equal to I is the desired normalization factor. When we will put c is equal to I, y0 will be equal to x0. Now I am going to plot the magnitude response of the low pass filter, that is hi omega y magnitude. Its amplitude is capital C and range of frequency of omega y is minus pi by I to plus pi by I. And when this signal, let me show you this, that is magnitude v omega y will be passed through a low pass filter with magnitude response as shown here, then only this portion will be passed and rest will be clipped off. Now here I have considered I is equal to 2 and shown that only this portion, that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 will remain and rest will be clipped off. So we can have a look at magnitude v omega y again. That is the unique range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 for I is equal to 2. Rest are images due to repetition, I-fold periodic repetition of input signal spectrum x omega x. So this is the resultant spectrum of output, that is magnitude y omega y as shown, which is the desired one. But for that, the normalization factor C is equal to I. The output sequence Ym can be expressed as a convolution of the sequence Vm with unit sample response HIM of the low pass filter. And by using simple convolution sum formula, Ym is equal to summation k running from minus infinity to infinity HIM minus k Vk. But we know that Vk is 0 except at multiples of I, where Vki is equal to xk. So I can write it consequently that Ym is equal to summation k running from minus infinity to infinity HIM minus ki xk. Mark it as equation M. So it is how we can represent output Ym in terms of convolution sum. Here HIM is the unit sample response of low pass filter and Vm is the output of upsampler. And here this is the spectrum of upsampled or interpolated signal by a factor of I, and by this upsampling process, by this interpolation upsampling process, and then you subsequently using low pass filter, that is anti-imaging filter, we can convert the sample rate fx to rate fy such that fy is equal to I fx. So we have increased the sample rate by a factor of I, that is called interpolation by a factor of I. So that's all for today's lecture. Thanks for attending this session. These are the reference books. The students who are interested in self-study can go through this book, Digital Signal Processing by John G. Prokis. They can also consult the book of S.K. Mitra on digital signal processing. Thanks for attending this session on DSP. See you in next lecture.